This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Good evening and welcome to Ingersoll Stadium on the campus of Olympia High School. I'm Dietrich Allen and you are watching the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Tonight it's a South Sound Conference football game featuring the Shelton Highclimbers and the Capital Cougars. The Highclimbers, still looking for their first win, lost last week to Central Kitsap 45-0. The Cougars are also coming off a loss, falling to Gig Harbor 42-7 a week ago. Shelton has an 0-8 record, while Capital is 2-6. On average this season, the Cougars are giving up 26.5 points a game while scoring just under 18. Capital has been able to score at least one touchdown in each game this season, and their highest points total was 47. The Climbers are allowing 41.5 points a game and are scoring under 6 per game. Shelton has been shut out 4 times this season, and the most points scored in a game were 14. Tonight, we wrap up SSC play, and we look back at how each team did against conference opponents. As mentioned, the Cougars lost to Gig Harbor 42-7, while the Tide beat the Climbers 30-12. Central Kitsap beat Capital by 6, 20-14, and shut out Shelton 45-0. Timberline racked up 62 points on the Highclimbers while beating the Cougars 30-13. Peninsula scored 56 on Shelton and 28 on Capital, but allowed the Cougars to get in the end zone once. Against Yelm, the Climbers lost 56-14 and Capital fell 35-14. However, there were different outcomes when each team played North Thurston. The Cougars beat the Rams 47-20, but Shelton lost 20-7. Capital has won the last 3 games against the Highclimbers, most recently 42-14 last year. Will we see the Cougars continue that trend, or will Shelton pick up a win? That's what we're here to find out. There is more to come on the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. This is South Sound Conference football. The Shelton Highclimbers versus the Capital Cougars at Ingersoll Stadium in Olympia. Next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected, and Maple Glen Senior Living, celebrating the art of life.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
It may not seem fast or close to you, but 100 times a day we leave our office and put ourselves only a door away. An average of 2 patrol cars are struck and 1 trooper injured every month. It's Washington law that you slow down or move over when you see emergency lights ahead. We ask that while we're out here getting you and your family home,
That's very interesting. My computer decided to freeze on us, Jerry. Well, we're back at Ingersoll Stadium. We are about 7 minutes away from kickoff here. And for whatever reason, my computer decided to stop in the middle of the latest spot from the State Patrol. I don't understand that. But we will get back to that as soon as we can. I did talk to Matt Hinkle yesterday, Jerry, and we talked about the loss to CK last week. You know, it's just... I can't really summarize what he said, other than they just didn't come out as they expected. A few injuries. Troy Goodwin's done for the season. He suffered a concussion in the game. Mm-hmm. So, protocol call says, you got to sit out.
Right.
So, he's done for the season. And there's just, tonight and another game next week. Max Johnson came out. I can't remember what he told me, but he should be good to go tonight.
Good.
Jason Kenyon played injured. Tough kid. You and I have talked about how tough he is. We expect him to play. for the most part, Matt is pretty happy with the changes they made with Meyer being the quarterback and sending Jason Rhodes out as a flanker or maybe even as a running back. We might see that tonight.
Yep.
Because I was told he's probably one of the best football players that they have. So, not taken away from anybody else on that team. It's just that he's senior leadership, athleticism, and all that. So, and they want to give him the ball as much as possible. And we know in high school sports, you've got one guy you got to stop more times than anybody, and you got to call that guy's number as much as possible until the other team figures it out. You got to stop that guy. Anyways, that's pretty much the gist of the interview. Ingersoll Stadium, we're in the stands. We're about the 40-yard line. So, there'll be a little hard time when they head to the north, Jerry, from the pole. I think it'll cover part of the corner of the end zone, but we're pretty good on the south end here. We got the band below us, as you can see. This is senior night for Capital. Mm-hmm. They recognize the seniors just not too long ago, about 15 minutes ago. It was quite a few of them from the band, from the team, and only one cheerleader.
Yeah,
that was interesting. So, Jerry, you didn't really had an opportunity to see the game last week. You were working with your SAD club.
Right. And it was really a neat event that we did. We had over 200 people sign the pledge banner not text and drive.
Right. Now, explain the pledge banner a bit.
Well, we know that some people, of course, sign it because they know that they are in a drawing, a chance to get a nice gift certificate. But I think most of the people that I talked to, the teenagers, were very serious about it. And I was real pleased to see who got the gift prize. But all the students that came over were real happy about it. What a neat event. We're doing a lot of things in this state to try to prevent texting and driving.
Yes.
It's a big, big issue. And I want to say one other thing before I forget.
Okay.
Matt Hinkle is a real gentleman. And if I was playing for a team, I would like to have him be my coach. He, on Climber Pride Night, on Wednesday night, did a nice job of introducing the kids and said, despite our win-loss record, this is one of the nicest groups I've ever coached. They're well-mannered, and he praised the parents for that. And, that's what it's all about. They're a very nice group, and they're not only going to get better because they're young, we only got 6 seniors.
Yeah, I'm really sorry I missed that. The city of Shelton had a meeting the same night, and I chose to do that. As Jerry was talking, we saw that the Highclimbers won the toss and decided to defer. We'll take another timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hooking Out Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
You've seen the sign, keep right except to pass, but did you know it's the law? Camping out in the left lane makes you a slow-moving safety hazard. Moving to the right improves emergency response time and helps reduce collisions and traffic jams. Allowing faster...
And we're back here at Ingersoll Stadium. Highclimbers ready to kick it away to the Capital Cougars. And Del Sancho has it teed up, or is about to ready to get it teed up at the 40. And you're going to hear a lot of the PA announcer, Jerry, because I'm sitting right in front of a speaker. So, but at least we have good light. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So,
what a beautiful night for a football game.
It is. Little on the chilly side, but not as bad, not too bad. And it's dry, it's clear. Not too much moisture out there. I didn't get a chance to walk on the field, so I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. It is a field turf here at Ingersoll Stadium. It's been artificial turf for years, hasn't it?
I think it has.
So, let's get this game underway. We get the whistle, and here comes the run-up. It's a high, short kick. It's going to be taken, or it's going to bounce in. Oh, the ball's free about the 30, and Wisely just diving right on it. I think it was number 35. Number 36, Chase Clevenger, with the recovery. And the Cougars are going to start out on their own 30. Or is it 29? 29. First and 10 for Capital there.
Well, I was surprised they didn't try to kick it deeper, but I don't know what...
Keep it out of the hands of some of the speedsters on Capital. And one guy that they got to look for is number 3. He's the man in motion. The handoff, though, goes to 7. That's Eric Jackson getting around the outside corner. Gets out of bounds. Probably 6 yards on that carry, Jerry.
Well, let's see.
To the, make it the 7. Oh, wait, yeah.
Let's see where they mark it. Yeah, you're right. A gate of
7.
Gate of 7 for number 7.
It's a good way to start for the Cougars. So it's second and 3 from the 36 for Capital. Out of the pistol will go Erickson, the quarterback. Handoff, though, to the first guy through. Runs into a wall of white jerseys. And see who was the carrier there, Jerry. I think it was 7 again. It's going to be Eric Jackson on the carry.
Looks like a loss of about 2 on the play.
Yeah, back to the 34. Third down and, 4 or 5. It's going to be 5. Got to get to the 39 for the first down. Out of the gun will go Erickson. 2 receivers on each side. So used to having these stagecraft kids running cameras. I got to do the whole show tonight, so pardon me. Quick pass out to the far side. Ooh, catching it and running out of bounds. Nice pass, just jumped up there. Jack Collard with the, it's Collard, excuse me, gets into high climber territory up at the 46. He just out-jumped the coverage there, Jerry.
Yeah, 20-yard gain. And the first down for Capital.
So again, out of the gun will go Erickson. Got a man in motion, that's Pinner. Fake to him, the handoff goes to Jackson. Jackson trying to get around the right side. Maybe got a yard there, Jerry. Depends on the spot. Looks like Siniza's on the tackle there, as with Ammon Anderson. So it brings up second and 9 from 45. Out of the gun will go Erickson. Pinner in motion. Fake handoff to him, faked again, and he's going to go to the down the field, and incomplete is the pass. Sorry, I got it out. It was intended for Davina.
And nice coverage by Evan Rhodes.
Yeah, Evan Rhodes was the guy in there, and he kind of got some feet tangled there.
Yeah.
But a good no flag on that play. I don't think that the tangled up feet had anything to do with the ball just being a little too far for the receiver. So brings up third and 9 from the 45.
Second pass thrown by the Capital quarterback. He's 1 for 2.
And that's Grant Erickson. Looks back at his coach for the play. Going to go out of the shotgun. Back to pass he goes. Going to throw down the middle. Leaping, and I think it's intercepted by Evan Rhodes, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Is that the indication?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Good deal. They're going to challenge Evan Rhodes, and Evan Rhodes, 2 plays, good defense. That time he came away with a pick.
Very good.
Highclimbers get their first possession on their own 24-yard line, 23-yard line. 1st and 10.
And you know, having Rhodes play in the backfield or play at the end, I think you're going to see him be able to go both ways tonight for the game. Sometimes he plays defense, but not the whole time.
Trevor Meyer is the quarterback. He goes under center. Got 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Pitch goes, it looks like Jason Kenyon on the carry, leaping over a guy, diving near the 40. He's going to be stuck short of that. If it was Kenyon, right? Yes, it was 22.
Number 22.
I expect to see Goodwin out there. I don't know why. I know he's out. They're going to mark it at the 33. That's a first down.
They did give him a first down. 10-yard gain on the play.
Actually, they're going to mark it at 34. So it's 1st and 10 for Shelton now. On the drive, Meyer will go out of the gun. He has 2 receivers on each side. Kenyon is the back beside him in the backfield. Man in motion. That's Ecke. Going to hand off to Kenyon in the middle. Straight up the middle for Jason. Jason fighting for an additional yard, then pushed back. Depends on the spot. Might be the 37. It's like 3 on the carry.
Yeah, at least 3 yards on that for Kenyon. 2, he's carried it twice, and he's picked up 13 yards on the 2 carries. Did a nice job.
Out of the eye will go the Highclimbers. Meyer under center. It goes Ecke and then Kenyon dotting the eye, a receiver on each side, and then a Cougar jumped off sides. The hard count, I think, is something that Evan Rhodes taught Meyer, because that defender didn't think he thought everybody was going, and then he looks at nobody's moving. I better get back, though.
So that's the first penalty of the game.
So 5 yards added on. It'll be a 2nd down, and it looks like it'll be just a 2. Ball spotted at the 42. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Out of the eye goes Meyer. At the end, at the dot of the eye, is going to be Kenyon. And off to Kenyon, lowers his head, and might have got a yard out of that.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it was Rhodes. I was wrong. It was Rhodes on the carry. It was Rhodes. Number 9, that's the first carry we've seen out of Evan when he's not under center.
Yeah. And he said he would be
play
a little bit of backfield in the backfield tonight.
Yeah, mixing it mixing it up as much as possible, I think, is the idea. 3rd and 1 for Shelton. This is their first possession, no score. 2 receivers near side. That is Bourne and Colbinson. Coots is wide to the far side. Meyer's going to keep it and get stopped.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
might have got. It's pretty close, depending on the spot. One referee very, very close on the quarterback keeper.
Yeah, it looks like it's a little shy there.
They're going to measure, I think, Jerry.
Okay.
Or they're going to take a good judge here.
Yep.
The chain's coming out.
You are right.
We don't get too many measurements. I think this is our 2nd one of the season, Jerry.
But you know, you see a lot of teams doing that hard count to try to draw off the other team, whether it's at the college or professional level. You know, and I've seen it more this year in all football games.
Well, let's see if they stretch out that chain. It looks like they might have gotten it, but maybe I'm wrong.
He has, it's a little bit, let's see.
Stretch it out.
It's going to be.
Boy, drama. Oh, boy. I think I was wrong. It's inches. 4th and inches at the 35. I'm sorry, at the 44. Just about 2 inches short of the 44. Wow.
Well, usually these situations, you're the one that's always right, but hey, I got one.
Oh, well.
Unfortunately, I wish I was wrong.
Well, are we going to... The Highclimbers look like they might be going for it.
Well, I think, yeah.
So it's 4th down and about 2 inches, I'm going to call it. So you got an I formation. Rhodes at the end of the I, and that looks like it's Max Johnson in there the first time. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. It's pitch to Rhodes. Rhodes trying to turn the corner. He's got the first down and more into Cougar territory near the 45.
Looks like he picked up about 11 yards on that.
I think you're right, depending on exactly where they're going to spot it.
And that's good for another Highclimber first down. Second first down for Shelton.
Yeah, that's a 1st and 10 from the Cougar 45. That was something I was not expecting, a sweep, a pitch, a toss sweep to the right. I was expecting Meyer to go for the sweep, the sneak, and I think the Cougars were too, and that's why Coach Hinkle pulled that one out. Out of the gun will go Meyer with 3 receivers on the near side, 1 to the far side. Max Johnson will take the handoff, work his way in the middle. A second effort as he got stopped at the line and then decided to take a step towards us and ends up gaining 4.
Yep, you're right.
2nd down and 6 coming for Shelton. Good to see Max out there after being a little chipped up last week.
Right.
Didn't get the start, but he's at least out there now. And O'Ells is also in the lineup. Caesar, no, I'm sorry, that's not O'Ells. That's Caesar Tankersley, number 30, is in there. I thought. Must be in a tight end formation. I think he's on the near side. 2 receiver on each side. Now to the eye will go Meyer. He's going to do a quick pass to Coots. Coots wasn't expecting that. Nobody was expecting that. It goes incomplete. That was a quick slant.
And that was the first pass thrown tonight by Shelton.
You don't see the slant very much from the Highclimbers.
No.
Maybe that's why. It's more of a timing, you got to be ready for the pass. Bourne will join the Highclimbers in the huddle. Meyer will send Coots wide to the far side and send 3 to the near side. 2 to the near side. Bourne will come wide to the near side. Colbinson's in the slot. You got Max Johnson and Jason Kenyon. Handoff to Kenyon up the middle. Big hole in the running room. Across the 30,
first down.
Yeah, 35, and I think that ball might have, no, I guess not. It gets inside the 35 to the 33, 1st and 10 for the Highclimbers.
Gain of about 7 or 8 on that play. Let's give him 8.
Okay. I'll let you give him 8.
Okay.
Ball's at the Cougar 33, 1st and 10 for Shelton.
Well, it was on the 41, so yeah, it makes sense.
Do the math. One of these days we'll get the math right, Jerry. I don't know. Now we'll go 3 wide to the near side. It's Kenyon, Rhodes, and Boren all bunched up on the hash mark. I believe it's Coots to the far side, out of the gun. Fake handoff, little rollout for Meyer. Steps up, throws through the middle, and incomplete. It falls. I'm not sure who was that intended for. It might have just been one of those spot passes, and nobody was in that area.
I think it was intended for Rhodes, but
was it?
There was 2 that.
Too much congestion, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was intended for Rhodes. So 2nd pass thrown, and both were incomplete.
So Meyer will go out of the gun again. Kenyon beside him, a yard back. 2 receivers far side, 2 to the near side. Man in motion, that's Max Johnson. Hand off to Kenyon. Kenyon trying to break it outside. Going down the line of scrimmage. Gets across the 30 before he's knocked down.
See where they mark it?
It looks like it's going to be the 29. 3rd down, and it looks like about 5.
Okay.
Or 6. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to say 3rd and 5.
I would say so, yeah.
We have technically I think they're going to call that the 30. But, it's the 29.
Yeah. Well, they got the 29 on the scoreboard, too.
Yeah, I know, but they say 3rd and 6 on the scoreboard. Whatever. Long 5, short 6.
Yep.
Out of the eye will go the Highclimbers. Meyer under center, 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Looks like Rhodes is the dot of the eye. pitch to him coming our way. Rhodes steps to the sidelines, goes out of bounds to the 25, it looks like. That'll be 4th down for Shelton.
Okay, so they're going to give him 4. We'll give him 4 on that play.
Okay. 5:20 and counting. First quarter action.
Yeah, 4th down and 1, huh? Okay.
4th and 1. Rhodes out. Kenyon back in. Coots will go wide to the far side. It's like Bourne and Colmanson wide to the near side. Out of the eye goes Max Johnson and then Jason Kenyon dotting the eye. Meyer under center, hand off to Kenyon. Kenyon stutter steps, gets the first down, and still drives a little more. Got very, well, depending on who you're looking at, I think that's a first down.
Yes, definitely. That's the 4th first down.
It is a first down. Put the ball at the 22.5, right in the middle of the field. So the question I have for you, Jerry.
Yeah.
Where the ball's spotted, I call it the 22.5. Looks like it's closer to 22. Is that the 22 or the 23 officially?
It would be the 22. You always mark up.
Okay. You're the stat guy. I just tell them what I see. A receiver on each side in an I formation for Myers. He goes under center. Jason Kenyon, the guy at the end of the I. Ecke in there at the fullback. Little quick jump off to
number 3.
Yeah, Colmanson a little too high, incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 22. That was, I think they're trying to test the slant, Jerry.
Yeah, that's the second time they
Yeah.
drove the slant pass.
John Paul Lester comes back into the lineup, as does Anthony Bourne.
Well,
Lester and Colmanson will go wide to the far side. Bourne wide to the near side. Ecke's kind of offset, and Kenyon is the back as Myers under center. Hand off to Myers, straight up the middle, nice hole, and gets inside the 20 to about the 18. Got a capital fan below saying it's holding on that, but as I tell my wife all the time, there's holding on every play, especially in the pros.
Was that Kenyon?
That was Kenyon.
And that was another nice gain of about 5. You know, he's picked up 35 yards so far.
Kenyon gets a rest, and Rhodes is back in there.
He deserves a little rest.
Interesting running style of Kenyon, at least tonight, is he hits the hole, stutter steps, and then finds another crease. So we have a 3rd and 6 from the 18-yard line for Shelton. Out of the gun will go Meyer. 3 receivers stacked up on the far side. 1 on the near side. Hand off to Ecke. Ecke stutter steps, breaks a tackle, and gets near the 12-yard line. Ecke got a lot of height there.
And what is his number?
84.
Okay.
Brings up 4th and 1 again. This is what, the 3rd, 4th, and less than a yard?
Well, they've had a nice drive, right? Where did they start at?
You're going to ask me the hard question. Back at the 24, I believe.
Well, they've used up almost half the quarter of this drive.
Yeah, this is their first possession off of the interception by Rhodes.
Yeah.
And we have a 4th and 1. Myers is going to go under center and out of the I. He has 2 receivers on the near side, 1 to the far side. Colmanson will go to the other side, and I think we'll have a timeout. Yep, we'll have a timeout.
And that's the first timeout of the game.
We'll take it. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Back at Ingersoll Stadium. 2:50 to go, first quarter, no score. Shelton on their first possession off of a turnover has driven from the 24, I think is what we determined, down to now their own 24. Now they're at the 13. They have a 4th and 1. Trying to keep this drive alive. And the Highclimbers go out of the eye. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. And it looks like it's Kenyon in at the dot of the eye. Pitch to Kenyon, trying to get around the sweep. He's going to dance his way to near the 10. What an athletic play.
Yeah, it looks like another first down.
It sure does. Up to the 11s where they're going to spot it, but it's a first down. 1st and 10 from there.
And that's the 5th first down for the Highclimbers.
Kenyon and Colbinson will step off the field. Rhodes is back in there. Coots is in there. He'll go wide to the far side. Hughes and it looks like Boren come wide to the near side. Out of the gun. That's 3 receivers on the near side. Rhodes, and it'll be a little deflected pass, incomplete. Little fake handoff to Ecke, and then a quick pass to Coots, and it got partially deflected, and it goes out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah.
Good defense by the Cougars. I didn't see who that was. Nice quick hands, got a finger on it. Changed its trajectory. Coots couldn't haul it in. So it brings up 2nd and 10 from the 11. 2 receivers on this near side. It's like Hughes and Boren. 1 to the far side. Out of the eye will go the Highclimbers. Hand it off, a little fake handoff to the first guy, and then it'll be Evan Rhodes on the carry. I don't think he got anything there.
Yeah. It looks like, yeah, he was stopped at the line of scrimmage.
So it brings up 3rd and 10. Coots will come back in. Lester will go out. Join the Highclimbers in the huddle. With the play, Meyer will go under center and out of the eye with Rhodes at the dot of the eye. It's like Bourne wide to the near side. Coots and Colbinson to the far side. Hand off to, nope, it's like a keeper. And a little quick pass to Ecke. Can't handle it, incomplete. That'll bring a 4th down. And it looks like they're going to come out for a field goal attempt.
Okay.
I haven't seen.
How many times have we seen the field goal attempt this season? I mean, you've watched all the games.
You know what? I think this is the first field goal attempt.
Is it?
I don't think that they have had a field goal attempt. Maybe they tried one. Was it last week? No, I don't remember them trying a field goal. This looks like it's going to be a 27-yarder for Del Sancha. Holder is Meyer. High snap, puts it down. Ball is kicked up.
Yeah.
Not a lot of distance. Did he get it? Wait for the call. Yes, he did. The Highclimbers.
Wow, good.
Take a lead, 3-0. 1:33 to go in the first. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
And we're back here at Ingersoll Stadium.
Interesting thing there, 27-yard field goal, a nice drive of 59 yards, and of course the field goal was spotted at the 17 yards yard line, and you add 10 to that. So 3-0, Shelton's got doing pretty well, especially on the ground.
Right, off of a turnover too. Points off of a turnover.
Yeah.
Is a good way to start the game.
And they started at the 24, and they got down to the 17-yard line, and they did a nice job on the rushing yards.
So Del Sancha has it teed up at the 40, and it'll kick it to the Cougars again. Nothing
Yeah,
high.
I don't.
Short kick, picked up at the 30. It's going to go sideways. Nice tackle by
42.
42. That's Cody Hall. And a couple of yards on the return. Looks like 2. So this will be the second time the Cougars have gotten their offense out there, and remember, they did turn the ball over.
Yeah, and Cody Hall has done pretty well on defense this year for the Highclimbers. He's a senior, one of the 6 seniors, and I believe did have an interception 2 games ago.
Trying to research the memory banks. Erickson is out of the gun. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. The snap, he's going to pass it to the near side. Going to go for Pinner, throwing it over a little too long incomplete.
Number 3 on the coverage.
Yep, that's Colbinson. So 3 on 3. Now, this is the thing I forgot to mention in the pregame. The Highclimbers want to stop number 3.
Right.
They don't want him to get going. He's only, let's see, I think he's a junior, is he not? Got to look at my sheet real quick. Yeah, he's a junior.
Okay.
And he kind of went off on him last year, and he surprised a lot of people as a sophomore, so his number is known. Out of the pistol will go Erickson, hand it off this time to Jackson. Jackson looking for running room up the far side, finds it, across the 40, and it looks like he's got a first down.
Yeah.
To near the 45.
Going to give him about 12 yards on the carry. And he's their only ball carrier so far.
Yeah, Eric Jackson. Let's see here. Got to move my sheet. He is a sophomore.
Wow.
Is he a sophomore? Am I looking at it right? No, he's a junior, excuse me. A junior. Little faked on the handoff, going deep. Going to go for Pinner again and overthrew him. And again, Colbinson on the coverage, but there's going to be a flag in the secondary. That will be our second penalty on the game, Jerry.
Yeah, I did not see the holding, but the defensive holding, if that's what the call is, but I didn't see it.
Well, that doesn't mean it was there. We're way up here.
Yeah. And it didn't look like he had any hands on him or...
Let's see what the official call is. It's going to be defensive pass interference.
Yeah.
On the Highclimbers, that is the first penalty on them, Jerry?
Yes,
right?
it is.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, it is.
Unfortunately, it's not the best time to get a penalty, but we're not on the field. I don't know what happened before that pass was overthrown, but they'll mark 15 off and put the ball at the 41 of Shelton. First down for the Cougars.
And that's then we give that credit as a completed pass, right?
No, it's a penalty. First down by penalty.
No, so you don't.
I don't believe so. Statistically.
Okay, good question. Good question.
Out of the pistol, handoff goes Jackson. Jackson looking for the near side. He's got a lot of running room. Going to get inside the 25 near the 20 on that. That was Jackson, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
No, it was not. It was number 16.
16?
Clayton Grady on the carry. Surprised me.
So he got a 21-yard carry. And what was the number?
16.
Okay. So, thank you for the clarification.
Yeah, well, you and me both. He came up being congratulated, so it had to be him. He's in there. He gets the handoff again, trying to go to the other side. Nice defense by the Highclimbers. First guy there.
42?
Cody Hall ran him down. Good call on that. Blew that one up, and a loss of, it looks like, 8 on the play, maybe even 9. So we're running under 20 seconds now in the first quarter. 3-0, Shelton on top.
Nice defensive play, Cody Hall.
We call it second, and I'm calling it second and 18 from the 28.
Yeah,
out of the pistol will go Jackson, fakes the handoff. Back to pass he goes. He's going to throw. It is caught and complete. I'm trying to see who it was.
Let's see.
Number is a Pinner on the reception. On the tackle on that one is Jake Myers. And that will end the first quarter with the ball on the 20. So we'll head to the second. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
Waiting for the start of the second quarter. 3-0 Shelton, but the Capital Cougars will have a 3rd and 10 on the Shelton 20 to start the quarter. You know, for both these teams, it's just about pride, isn't it, Jerry? Just trying to get a win. The seniors for Capital here want to get a win on senior night. Shelton's still looking for that elusive first win of the season.
Shelton played a pretty darn good first quarter.
And they have the 3 points and the lead to show for it. Out of the pistol, little play action, going for Pinner, incomplete. And again, it was Jake Myers on the coverage. And it almost looks like the Highclimbers are playing a little bit of a zone out there defensively, Jerry, just a bit. More of like a help zone, because they were putting Colbinson on 3 each time, and that's not what's happening the last couple of plays. That's just my thought. I'm not sure what's going on defensively.
You could tell. Well, look at the way they're lighted up. It is a zone coverage.
So out of the pistol will go Erickson again. Man in motion is Collard. Highclimbers showing blitz. Little play action again. Going for the middle. Complete to Pinner. Pinner trying to break a tackle. Brought down at the 5. And that was Colbinson and Meyer on the coverage. It's 1st and goal for Capital.
5th first down for Capital. And they've completed 4 out of the 7 passes. He's got a nice arm.
He does.
He does.
He's been pretty accurate in those passes.
Well, yeah, 4 for 7. Yeah, pretty good.
And out of the I formation, handoff. Getting inside the 5 to about the 2. That is 31 on the carry. That is Josh Maeva. I'm sorry, no, that's Nathan Tyler.
That's his first carry of the night.
Brings up 2nd and goal now at the 2. Again, the I formation, tight formation for the Cougars. Handoff again. 2nd effort. And the
31 on the carry.
Yeah, Tyler was on it, but there's a hold on the Cougars. So that'll come back 10 yards or more, depending on where the penalty occurred. As the refereeing crew is going to talk this over. I think I'm going to march it back to about the, we'll say the 14.
Yeah, it'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Right, and it was at the 4, it looks like.
We haven't had very many penalties tonight, but there's been, that's the first crucial penalty on Capital, and Shelton had one crucial penalty earlier.
Earlier in this drive, actually, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so out of the pistol will go Erickson. He sends 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Single back, little play action, throw in the middle, wide open and scoring. Is that Pinner? No, I don't think that's Pinner. I actually think that might be Collard. Am I right or wrong on that? I guess it was Pinner. I'm giving it to Pinner.
Okay.
And that was a 12-yard TD pass, which gives Capital the lead.
5 for 8 on the passing.
Point after coming. Spot is down, kick is up. And that is good. So the Cougars take back the lead, 7-3, 10:56 to go here in the half. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Back here at Ingersoll Stadium. Jerry, stop helping the competition. Capital Cougars up 10-3.
But Jeff's a nice guy.
It would only be for Jeff. It would only be for Jeff. Our buddy Jeff Slakey over there. All right. So the Cougars are taking back the lead, 7-3. It's a good thing we have a good relationship with Jeff.
Yes, it is.
He's too busy doing the social media thing over there, it looks like.
Yeah.
All right, so it's all teed up at the 40. And this will be the first kickoff to the Highclimbers. It's going to be taken by Hall at about the 20s, straight up the middle. Pushing the pile, still got on his feet to the 40.
What a 20-yard.
Yeah, 20-yard return there. Good something. There was a little bit of confusion on to who's going to take it, and Cody just said, I'm taking it, let's go. And it kind of created a natural wall as everybody bunched to catch that ball on the kickoff. The wall is not allowed. You can't do that. You remember the wall that they used to put 4 or 5 guys in? Right. That's not allowed anymore. But that was more of a natural wall.
It just happened.
It just kind of happened. So Meyer will go under center with out of the eye. Kind of looks like Evan Rhodes is out there at the side of the eye with the receiver on each side. Hand off to Rhodes, straight up the middle to the 45. And a little bit more. Been on the spot, a lot more than just 5. It was like 7.
Well, yeah, I mean,
actually
we could even go at 8.
It is 8. Actually, it was at the 39 and is now at the 48. So that's 8 yards. I'm sorry. Yeah, from 47. Yeah, I got to go back to school and learn math, basic math.
I taught 4th and 5th grade math a couple years, so I'm pretty knowledgeable.
You're doing better than me tonight, Jerry. Out of the I formation goes Meyer. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Long count, handoff. Looks like Rhodes again, straight up the middle, pushing his way near the midfield mark. And then they're going to say forward progress is stopped right at the 50. That's enough for a first down, though. Give him 3.
Well, it looks like they're they're going to give it to him. Okay. I thought at first they might.
Well, at first they didn't, but that second effort by Rhodes.
I thought they might bring the chains up, but that was the 6th first down for Shelton.
9:50 and counting on that clock in the first half. Capital up 7-3. Shelton with the ball in their road whites with gray pants. Black helmet, of course. Out of that I formation, been very effective tonight. Receiver on each side. Ecke the up man, Rhodes the dot. Back to pass, quick slant out. Excuse me, that was just out of a shot. Intended for Coots. It just, Meyer not very sharp on his passes.
Yeah, that's the 6th pass thrown tonight by Meyer. And unfortunately, we haven't had a completed pass. But we're doing well on the ground.
Right,
but at least that's keeping them a little bit honest.
You got to pull a pass out. If they know you're going to run it every time, that's not going to be successful. So you got to keep them, as you say, honest. It's like 2 receivers on the near side. Colbinson's in the slot, and Coots is wide near side, Bourne wide far side. Pitch this time to Jason Kenyon. He's looking for a stutter step. Turns on the jets again to the same side he was running, and gets into Cougar
we do have a flag.
Oh, we have a flag back at the line of scrimmage.
Midfield,
Yeah, I see it. Right there, the gold bunch next to the gold 50-yard line. And it'll be a hold on the Highclimbers. Unfortunate, because Kenyon was stopped and found He did the little stutter step. He was going wide to the left side. Then he's going to stutter step and go cut it back up the middle. Nothing there. And then he went back to the outside,
and
picked up some yards, but it's all coming back.
And that took away a nice 5-yard gain, I believe.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Well, now it's going to be second and 20 back at the 40. Rhodes, Colbinson, and Boren wide to the far side. Coots wide to the near side. Out of the gun will go Meyer. It's like Max Johnson beside him. Back to pass goes Meyer. Going to throw.
Oh, completed
to Rhodes. Rhodes fighting for the first down marker near the 40.
First completed pass of the ball game, 1 for 7.
More than that, 17.
And let's see.
Actually, I think they got near all of it back.
Oh boy, looks like a measurement. What do you think?
First down, Jerry. Indication is first down.
Good.
20-yard pickup on that pass.
That's the 7th first down, and that is the first completed pass, and that was good for 20 yards.
Yeah. When you got your back against the wall, you got to throw it to the guy that you know the most, Evan Rhodes. We talked about him.
Right.
Probably.
Well, I would say overall he's your most valuable player.
Well, yeah, definitely. Out of the gun will go Meyer. A little confidence up. He's got 3 receivers. He's going to go on the rollout this side. He's going to pull it down, keep it on the keeper. Look out, banging bodies at the 35.
But
we have a
got
flag
a
in the
holding
back.
penalty, but it's right there.
Yep, you're right, Jerry.
Yeah.
Yep, it is. It was more probably one of those blocks that was held a little long because of the scramble by Meyer.
Well, that's very unfortunate, that 10-yard penalty. That's the 4th penalty now for the Highclimbers.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be first and 24.
Yeah.
A little harder to pick up there. Ball is back at the Highclimber 46.
Right. They're going to have to get all the way down to the 30-yard line. And
under center will go Meyer. Kenyon and Ecke in the backfield. Fake pitch, handoff to Ecke. Ecke poked the ball out, and I think Cougars have it back. Yep, they do.
They do.
So that puts a turnover on both teams.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it looked like the Highclimbers were starting to build some momentum there, but those holding penalties, and then now, unfortunately, the turnover. And it'll go be spotted at the 49 of Capitol. That's where the Cougars will start out. 8:51 to go in the half, and they lead 7-3.
Yeah, that's a very unfortunate fumble.
Just one of those things poked out from behind.
Yeah.
Erickson will go out of the gun. 2 receivers far side, 2 to the near side. It's like Jackson's the guy beside him in the backfield. Man in motion. Little play action. Gonna go near side. Oh, nearly intercepted, but it's completed to number 4. Pollard with the catch. Just out of the reach of
Hall.
Was it
Cody
Hall?
Hall, yeah.
Yeah, Cody Hall leaped up there. Just couldn't snag it out of the air. And Pollard ends up with it in the first down at the Highclimber 38.
Well, that's 5 for 9 on the passes. Like you said, he is very accurate.
Goes out of the pistol. A receiver on each side. Little play action. Back to pass. Going to go deep for the man, number 3.
Just
out
a
of
little
his,
bit long.
Yeah, out of his reach. Incomplete. Good coverage by Colbinson back there. Bring up second down. I think that they're working on that play. They're looking for Penner's speed to run past these defenders for the Highclimbers.
Now, like you said before the game, yeah, Chris Penner is their key.
Out of the pistol will go Erickson. Things got really quiet here. And we have a penalty and a false start on the Cougars. So it goes second and 15 now.
Yeah, and that's their 3rd penalty they've had for 20 yards.
Ball back at the 43 now. Makes it second and 15. 8:29 to go here in the half. 7-3, Cougars on top. Capital has the ball in Highclimber territory if you're just joining us. 27-yard field goal for the Highclimbers off of Evan Rhodes' interception. And then the Cougars answered
with a 12-yard
TD pass to Chris Pinner. Out of the gun will go Erickson. On the rollout, setting his feet, looking, in some trouble. He's going to be chased. He's going to throw. I didn't even see where that ball went. Incomplete in the end.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know who he was looking at.
I didn't even see who the intended receiver was.
I think he was just throwing it away.
Yeah.
Maybe Pinner was in the vicinity.
But he was out of the pocket.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So, he made the right decision.
So actually, no, that must have been complete because they marked it up at the 40.
I did not.
It must have been Pinner with a 3-yard reception there.
Okay. My fault.
Not your fault. I didn't see it at all.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
So on that far side of the field, out of the gun will go Erickson. He's got 2 receivers on each side. He's going to challenge, going back to this time, caught and stepping out of bounds is number 4, Jack Collard.
And Culbertson on the coverage.
Yeah. Using Pinner more as a decoy on that one. But that's a first down at the 15.
Yeah, 6 first down, and that's a 24-yard pass to number 4.
First and 10 for Capital. Back in the red zone, out of the pistol will go Erickson. Receiver on each side. Hands it off. And no go there.
He's met by a whole host of high climbers.
Clayton Grady nowhere to run. Loses 4 on the play.
And he's number
16.
16. Okay, thank you. Well, Capital's been very successful in the air, passing, and the Highclimbers have been pretty successful. Except for that fumble. Been pretty good on the ground. So
got a good battle here. Out of the gun will go Erickson. He's 1 receiver far side, 2 to the near side. Little faked play action on the rollout. Naked boot here. Throws it and
he completed it.
He completed it again to number 4. Collard with a gain up to the 13. Brings up 3rd down. And it looks like 8. You know, I have new respect for our camera people.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do all this again, and I got a little spoiled.
Well, let David Meyer know.
That's
been great.
It has been great to have the stagecraft class, and I'm not sure if they're going to help us out next week or not. I hope so.
Yeah.
I have to give them a call.
Get a little encouragement.
3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Erickson will go out of the gun. The 3rd and 8, looking to the near side. Gotta get complete. And a touchdown for Pinner again. It's a 13-yard TD. 7:23 to go here in the second. Point after coming for the Cougars. If I'm not mistaken, but is that Pinner doing the kicking? It is. Wow. He does it all.
Yeah.
14-3 is our score. 7:23 to go in the half. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
Now we'll do that. Okay. We're back here at Ingersoll Stadium. 14-3 is our score. Capital taking advantage of a fumble and extends their lead. Highclimbers out there. I was not aware that Chris Pinner also kicked.
Wow.
At least he's doing the kicking now.
Well, I'm certain he's going to be one of the All-Olympia first-team players.
Yeah, more than likely.
I'm very impressed with him. Well, I'm impressed with the quarterback. Got a nice arm.
Here's a run up and the kick. This one's going to be high and deep. It's like Kenyon will take it about the 8. And it gets back to the 20, near the 20. Yeah, about 10 on that return.
Yeah, and a nice kickoff, about 50 yards.
Yeah, it was a good. So Highclimbers have a long ways to go here.
Well, most of the kickoffs we've had are really been short, like to the 30-yard line, and I'm not sure the philosophy of that, but.
Depends on who's back there. But then
Yeah.
again, it might have been a change of kicker. I don't remember who was doing the kicking earlier for Capital. 7:19 to go here in the half. 14-3 is the score. Capital with the lead, Shelton with the ball. Meyer will go out of the gun. He has 2 receivers on each side. Ecky's in the backfield with him. Step ahead. High snap, handled well, looks to the outside, looks to the middle, throws in the middle, it's incomplete.
Intended for number 22.
Jason Kenyon, the intended target. Meyer's first spot was out to the far side. And he turned back and threw it to Kenyon. I don't think Kenyon was actually ready or expecting that pass. Not sure. Might have been designed to look off one of the safeties. Kenyon drops off the field. 2nd down and 10 from the 19 for Shelton.
Well, I'm surprised. I like, Shelton might go back, try to reestablish that ground game that they had in the first quarter.
Tankersley a little late in the lineup. Meyer's going to have to burn another timeout.
Yeah, that's the 2nd timeout of the ball game for the Highclimbers.
7:15 to go here in the half. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you're interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday, you can watch the Shelton City Commission. These live broadcasts air at 6 p.m. on the 1st and 3rd Monday of each month and at 2 p.m. on the other Mondays. However, you can watch the City Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
$7:15 to go in the half. Jerry, timeout by the Highclimbers there because they didn't have enough personnel, and the person who came on didn't know what the play was. And it may have been going his way. And that's why Meyer had to burn a timeout there. So they have a 2nd and 10 from their own 19-yard line. John Paul Lester will come wide to the near side. Travis Colbinson wide to the far side. Out of the eye will go the Highclimbers. Meyer settles under center. It's like Rhodes is at the dot of the eye. Ecky's in front of him. And off to Rhodes. Trying to find some running room. Escapes in the backfield tackle and runs sideways and runs out of bounds.
Probably no gain. Let's see.
Maybe a yard, depending on where they're going to spot it. No, but I don't even think you got it. I think you're right the first time. No gain. Depends on where they're going to place it. Nope, no gain. 3rd down, no 10. Gain. Unfortunate. Meyer probably run 25 yards trying to escape. I'm sorry, that was Rhodes, not Meyer. Looks like Meyer's going to go out of the gun this time. 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. So Max Johnson might be the back in the backfield. Nope, it's Ecky. Throw out, incomplete. Little confusion there.
Either to 6 or 22 with the intended receivers.
Thinking that it was to Coots, and it was fell between Coots. He wasn't looking, and Kenyon was the closer receiver. And I think there's just a bit of confusion there. Probably. So that'll bring up 4th down, and I believe this is the first punt.
Yes, it
by
is.
De La Sancha.
Yes, it is.
First punt of the ball game, isn't it?
Boy, he's back deep. He's at the Capitals back
at the 40.
Yeah.
Is that Jackson back there?
Yes, number 7.
Yeah. Snap on target. De La Sancha's going to get off a good one. Jackson will take at the 44, turn it to the 50, now into Highclimber territory up at the 45. Brought down by Kenyon.
Gained him about, well, he got it back about 15 yards.
Yep.
It was a nice punt.
Was a good punt. A good run by, good return, I should say, by
15 yards.
Yeah, Jackson. Yep, I'm going to spot it actually at the 46.
Okay.
First and 10
14-yard return.
Yeah, 14. 15, 14. 15 looks better in the stats.
Yeah.
Erickson will send 3 wide to the far side, 1 to the near side. I believe that's Pinner on the near side. Out of the gun he'll go. Jackson will take the handoff, try to find some running room. Over to the left side. Doesn't get much.
No gain.
No gain at all there. Second and 10 coming. Generous on the scoreboard, Jerry. Very, very generous. But a second and 10 from the 46, out of the gun again.
Yeah, they gave him a yard on that.
Little play action. He's going to throw wide open in the middle is Pinner. Pinner's going to sprint inside the 10. I think he's going to score. He does. 3 TDs for number 3.
55-yard pass play to Pinner.
44.
Okay.
46. I'm sorry. No, it's 46.
Okay. 46.
46.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll argue about Chris Pinner's numbers at the end of the night. And it's 20.
Well, he's made the first 2 conversions, so, and guess who?
Yeah, Pinner's out there to kick the extra point. Slow snap, we got something, whistles, no flags, I don't think. Not sure what that was all about. A little warning about getting things started too quickly. Is that even possible?
Well, maybe the officials weren't ready on that one. I don't know.
That could very well be.
I think that might have been.
Well, we're going to try it again for the point after. Snap, spot, kick. It's good.
He's got a good leg.
21-3. Highclimbers had a lead early. It's been all Cougars since then.
Well, they've gone away. Seems like they've gone away from that running game unless Capital has figured it out.
I don't know. 5:41 to go here in the half. I guess we'll just stay right here. Since Jerry interrupted me.
Did I?
Yeah, no, that's fine, Jerry. No big deal.
I know.
No big thing here. 5:41 to go in the half. 21-3. Capital and number 3 are just got it all worked out here, figured out. And it's all been in the second quarter too.
Yeah.
It's 3 points near the end of the first quarter for the Highclimbers. Yeah. They had the lead after 1. I don't think that's happened all season.
Unless it was a North Mason game.
That's right. They did have a lead in the North Mason game. You're right. Going back there.
Uh-huh.
But since then, it's been all Capital.
Yeah.
Kenyon back about inside his 10, waiting for this kickoff from Pinner.
Yeah, 3 completed touchdown passes to Pinner.
And he's got it all teed up. Kick it back to the Highclimbers. Highclimbers look like they're waiting for possibly a onside kick, and then they back off. Pinner's on the run up. Oh, they're going to switch kickers and kick one. Max Johnson had it, and he'll wisely knock it down and fall on it. That was very interesting.
Yeah.
Trying to catch the Highclimbers snapping, but Max Johnson managed to knock it down and then fall on it. The Highclimbers start out on their own 42-yard
line.
Do
a fake on who's the punter or the kicker.
Yeah, I've seen that before, and I think it was by Capital last year.
Uh-huh.
You get one guy who's been kicking it deep, and then you change up at the last second.
Right.
And kick it short, trying to get everybody napping. And it kind of looked like that was a good, smart play because the Highclimbers are up on near the 50 and then backed off, and then came up and then backed off again.
Let's see if the Highclimbers can get a touchdown here and make it get a little momentum going into the halftime. And I do believe they get to receive.
Yes, they won the toss and deferred. Out of the I formation will go Meyer. Hand it off to Rhodes, trying to stay on his feet. Or was it? It wasn't Meyer. Yeah, Evan Rhodes on the carry. got one. That was a hard-fought one. He hit a wall right there at the line of scrimmage, kind of stumbled this way to the left and managed to extend for 1 yard.
Yeah.
2nd and 9 from the 43. So we approach 5 minutes to go in the first half. Meyer will go to this kind of offset formation. Kenyon looks like he's in the backfield with Eki, 2 receivers far side. Pitch to Kenyon. Kenyon on the rollout, cuts it back up the middle, gets just shy of the 50 by about a yard.
Yeah, let's see
where they spot is going to be the 49, so that's a 6-yard pickup.
Yeah.
3rd down and 3 coming. 4.5 minutes to go here in the half.
Kenya's been the leading ball carrier, of course, so far, with Rhodes a close second.
Coots goes out. John Paul Lester comes in. He'll come wide this near side with Colbinson. It's like Boren wide to the far side. Under center will go Meyer. Handoff. This time it goes. It's Kenyon. Kenyon stopped at no gain right there. Who was on the cackle there? Blew that one up. Oh, Chase Van Diver.
Yeah, no gain on the play.
Yeah, actually, no gain at all. 4th and 3 coming. And another punt for Della Sancha, his 2nd. The Cougars are going to, I thought they were going to leave somebody back, and it looks like they're going to send Regan Davina, number 2. Going to go stand about his 15. There's the snap to Della Sancha. He'll boot one. Davina will fair catch it at the 20, well, I guess it's the 19s where the Cougars will take over there. 3:19 to go here in the half, 21-3. Capital on top. They have the ball.
About a 32-yard punt. No return.
From their own 19, the Cougars will start.
Well, we got about 3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Well, we know that the Cougars can strike quickly.
Yeah. Well, they've shown that with their passing attack.
Especially to Pinner.
They haven't done much on the ground.
And not since the first quarter. Jackson was the guy.
Yeah.
Out of the gun. Little play action throw in the middle. Is complete with Pinner again, up across the 30 to the 33.
And he bobbled it, but then caught it.
Wow. So 1st and 10 from the 33.
Seventh first down, Diedrich.
Now set those chains and wind the clock. Erickson back out of the gun. 2 receivers far side, 1 on the near side. Looks back at the sidelines for the play. Snap. Gonna set his feet, throw it, and I think he got it.
Yes.
Pinner did catch another one. Kind of thrown behind him. He dove backwards to get it. 1st down to the 44.
8th first down.
Under 3 minutes to go here. Now winder up. 1st and 10 for Capital on their own 44 now. We know they can strike quickly.
9 for 13, Diedrich, on the passing attack for Capital.
Erickson, another play action looking to the far side, pulls it back. He's going to go on the rollout. He's being chased. He's got to throw it. It's complete again. I think it's Pinner again.
Yep, it was Pinner. 9th first down.
Into the Highclimber territory at the 45.
Gain of about pass play for 11 yards.
Maybe everybody else should just go out and it'll be Erickson to Pinner all night. Make it a two-man football game. Is that even possible? No, I'm just kidding, because I know if it weren't for the guys up front, there would be no protection for Erickson. Right. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Out of the gun again goes Erickson. He's going to roll out to the near side. Going to throw long. Pinner again with a catch. that right?
Yeah, let's see.
Yep.
Number
Another
32 on the tackle.
Okay, so Jake Myers on the tackle, and Chris Pinner with another catch and another first down.
10th first down.
Boy, just past the Pinner, and his routes are putting him 10, 11 yards every time.
Yeah, exactly. He's been very consistent. Each of the last 3 pass plays have been for 11 yards.
The Highclimbers will call their last timeout of the half. 2:20 to go here. 21-3. We'll step aside. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
That's my neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe. Think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
We're back here at Ingersoll Stadium. Sorry, you had
well, I got the question here. Erickson's been 10 for 15, and most of those passes, of course, have been to number 3 Pinner. But at halftime, I'll ask you for a clarification on a pass interference call.
Well, it's a penalty.
So it's not a complete.
It's not a
pass.
completion. No.
Okay.
A little play action. Erickson's going to go deep to you guessed it. Number 3, touchdown.
33-yard touchdown pass to number 3.
Chris Pinner.
That's the 4th TD pass thrown to Pinner. And now they will do the point after attempt with Pinner.
It's gotten a little bit easier to call because, Erickson to Pinner.
Yeah.
I know it's easier. Predictable. And it looks like Pinner's on to kick the point after. And he does. So it's now 28-3.
Yeah.
All capital tonight, 2:13 to go here in the half. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Well, 2:13 to go here in the first half. 28-3 is the score. Capital just controlling the ball here in the second quarter, Jerry.
Yeah, 28 points in the second quarter on 4 touchdown passes from Erickson to Pinner.
Yep.
That last one being 33 yards.
You got 33, 46, 13, and 12.
That is correct.
Just wow. And Pinner's got it teed up at the 40. Highclimbers are back about the 45, and Jason Kenyon's back about his 6 to receive the kickoff. Pinner has a leg. This time he'll boot it deep. Kenyon will let it go into the end zone, and the Highclimbers will start out at the 20.
Good move.
Yeah. As fast as Jason is, as athletic as he is, don't think that that was a wise choice to let it go in
No, he was smart.
In the end zone. So 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Highclimbers, trailing 28-3. Meyer will go out of the gun. He'll send Rhodes and Coots to the near side. I'm assuming it's likely going to be Bourne. Well, it doesn't matter. Handoff to Rhodes on the sweep, end around. fighting his way to the 25, still on his feet. Maybe he gets 27.
Yeah, it looks like he got 6 or 7 yards on that. Let's see where they mark it, Diedrich.
Give him 7. I'm saying 7.
Okay.
That's where they're walking to the hash mark at the 27. So 2nd and 3 coming for Shelton. Coots and Culbertson will come wide to the near side. Bourne will go wide to the far side. Out of the gun will go Meyer. Actually, 3 receivers on the near side. I think Rhodes is wide to the near side. Little fake off and a dump pass to Bourne on the far side, and he'll catch it. That's a quick little slant pass. Gets the first down up to the 33.
Yeah, that's the 2nd completed pass. Good for the 8th first down.
It was a quick little play action handoff to Ecke, JJ. I call him Ecke because that's what Coach Meyer or Coach Hinkle calls him. It's Ekwa Torres, I believe is how you pronounce his name. It's either JJ or Ecke. I like calling him Ecke. Same formation, 3 receivers near side. Meyer out of the gun. This time he'll roll out near side. Look in the middle, throw in the middle.
Ooh.
Nearly intercepted there.
Well, it was intended for Rhodes. Nice defensive hit on that. That kind of broke that pass up.
We have a flag back at the line of scrimmage.
Probably holding.
You're right. So it'll make it 1st and 20 now, or maybe a little bit more.
Well, probably a little bit more because it's from the spot of the foul. Oh boy.
So the ball will go back to the 21. Need to get to the 43, so that's 1st and 22.
Yeah.
If I do the basic math right.
You know what? You're right.
So in that quiz I get an A?
You got an A, buddy. Okay, I'll give it to you.
All right, Meyer's going to go under center out of the eye. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Looks like Kenyon is at the dot of the eye with Ecke, the up man. Hand off to Kenyon, straight up the middle, pushing the pile across the 25 to about the 27, 28-yard line, depending on where they're going to spot it. That's a good power run there.
Well, he keeps those legs moving, and, you know.
I'm wondering how his one of his wheels is going there because he had that ankle injury last week, and they taped it up, and he kept running. Rhodes is going to come back in. Colbinson's going to go out. It's 2nd down, and it looks like 15 or 14. 14 at 29. Nice run there.
Well, I like what Matt's doing in alternating the running backs there a little bit, especially if you've got somebody that's got a sore ankle.
Well, Kenyon's still out there. He's at the end of the eye. He'll take the handoff, cover up the ball, and powered near the 35, cross the 35, spot him at 36. Brings up 3rd down, and it looks like 7.
So a gain of 7 on that play. Seemed like a little longer than that, but.
Yeah. Just all those bodies flying around, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll end the half. That's why that snuck up on me.
Yeah.
So it's halftime. 28-3 is our halftime score. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back as the Capitol Band comes rushing out onto the field to perform. But we'll be back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday you can watch the Shelton City Commission, while you can catch the Mason County Commission every Tuesday. These are live broadcasts, but you can also watch them online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, your source for local information.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
Halftime. Ingersoll Stadium, 28-3, Capital on top. You see the Capital Band out there to perform at halftime. This is the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show. I'm Diedrich Allen. I'm just waiting for Jerry to give me the thumbs up that he's ready as I wait for him. We'll listen in on the band, and I also want to talk about a couple of things. And you're good to go. Okay, let me just throw this out here. In the latest Associated Press high school football poll, those rankings, Timberline remains the only South Sound Conference team on the 3A poll. Blazers dropped one spot to number 7. They've been 6-7 all season long, so that's pretty impressive. Anyways, you're ready to talk about the Erickson Tenor Show, Jerry?
Yeah, and going back to Timberline, they're playing a big game tonight against Peninsula, and I think they've already established the league championship, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, more than likely. Yeah. I think they're undefeated going in.
Peninsula has 2 losses.
Right.
Well, here's the statistics. Shelton High School has 8 first downs. Capital High School has 10. Capital has 191 yards passing. They've completed 10 for 16. They had one turnover, and that was an interception, I believe, by Rhodes.
Yes.
And on the ground, Capital had 9 carries for 40 yards. The total yardage for Capital tonight is 231, and most of that, the 191, is in the air. Now Shelton is 2 for 11 on the air, 2 for 11. They had 1 turnover, a fumble, and they had a total of 132 yards on the ground. The leading rusher tonight is Jason Kenyon. He had 11 carries for 57 yards, and Evan Rhodes had 9 carries for 36 yards. And we had 2 other runners who had 1 carry each 4 yards. So that totals 132 yards on the ground, and 2 completed passes for 31 yards. So my math, I gotta apologize. Shelton High School had 22 carries for 101 yards. Okay. Leading receiver or leading carrier was Jason Kenyon, 11 for 57. So 22 carries for 101 yards. Add that to the 31 yards in the air. They had a total of 132. So you're looking at 132 yards for the Highclimbers and 231 yards for the Capital Cougars. Yeah. Now, the first quarter, it ended with 3-0 on a 27-yard field goal. And Cody Hall had, I think, it should be mentioned that he had a nice return off of a
short kick,
20 yards. I thought that was something that should be noted. 1 turnover each. The penalties, For Capital, it's 3 penalties for 20 yards. For the Highclimbers, they've had
a lot more.
55 yards in penalties, and that was 5 penalties.
Wow.
So, yeah, first quarter, Shelton, I think, played their best quarter of the whole season, in my opinion. Second quarter, well, it was an Erickson Penner show. 4 touchdown passes. Like you said, one was for 12 yards, one was for 13 yards, one was for 46 yards, and the last one was for 33.
Yeah.
So the score at halftime is 28-3.
Wow.
Any other questions? Anything?
Any other questions? I don't think
we're
so.
Pretty accurate.
You're pretty good there, Jerry. It's the Highclimbers need to do something about Chris Penner and try to get to Grant Erickson. And pressure on him might be a little bit, trying to be able to get to him.
Well, they have been able to get him out of the pocket a few times, but I don't know if there's been a quarterback sack yet. I don't think there has.
No, they haven't gotten to him. But if they put a little more pressure on him, that might be part of it. But it's a matter of getting past the offensive line.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think possibly, and this is my opinion, is maybe they're trying to contain everybody in the secondary and putting a lot of emphasis on let's guard your man and not let him beat us. But it has, I mean, Chris Penner's been beating him.
You had a question. You brought up a point, and I forgot to look at it more carefully. It looks like they're playing, the Highclimbers are playing a zone.
Right.
With one man on Penner.
Right.
I think that is it. I'm going to be looking for that the second half and see if that is true.
Well, it's more than likely because I don't know if they can match up with Chris Penner speed for speed.
Oh, no.
I mean, Colbinson and was it Jake Meyer had the duty a lot, but I don't think you can match him up man for man. And if you double him up, he's going to blow by you. He's just going to run right past. And that's what we've seen.
He's a class act.
Yeah, he got free. That last touchdown, he was just wide open in the middle. Yeah. I don't think they had a body on him.
Yeah, no.
Until the very end when he got into the end zone. Somebody tried. But
right.
Yeah, I don't think they had a body on him, and that's something they're probably talking about right now.
I'm kind of surprised that Shelton went away from the running game in the second quarter, but I'm sure there must be a reason for it.
You're looking at the score and trying. You got to get yards quick, and you can't necessarily get it 4 or 5 yards at a time every run. So, and you got to keep the defense honest and throw in the pass.
At the same time, you got to keep Capital off the field.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, that's true.
And you've got to give your defense a little bit more rest. So I don't know.
Well, a little hard when you guys are playing both ways because you got Rhodes, Meyer,
Rhodes is playing both ways.
Colbinson. A lot of players are on both sides of the ball.
Right.
And they're playing both ways, so it's kind of hard to rest somebody.
Yeah.
You know, but your point is well taken. You got to keep the offense off the field, or keep their offense, Capital's offense, off the field as much as possible. Well, it doesn't really take them much time. They've racked up 28 points in 12 minutes. You know, Shelton controlled the ball in the first quarter.
Right.
You know, they had a grinded out thing. They had first downs on 4th and 1 or less 3 times in that drive, and then they had to settle for a field goal, which that's great for Zach De La Sancha, but you want to get more than that.
Right.
It's a very interesting formation that they have out there, Jerry. A little L. Anyways, I think we're waiting for everybody to come out here. So we will take a step aside here as it's halftime with Capital leading Shelton 28-3. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Hey, congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
You've seen the sign, keep right except to pass, but did you know it's the law? Camping out in the left lane makes you a slow-moving safety hazard. Moving to the right improves emergency response time and helps reduce collisions and traffic jams. Allowing faster-moving traffic to pass is always the best choice. Use the left lane to pass slower-moving or merging traffic, then return to your lane. Remember, keep right except to pass.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Hey, we're back here at Ingersoll Stadium. I'm Diedrich Allen, halftime scorer here in the Maple Glen halftime show, Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show. 28 for Capital, 3 for Shelton. Just trying to see some other scores here, and I'm going to take another timeout, and we'll be back with some scores as you do have North Mason playing at Bremerton tonight, and tomorrow Marion Knight has a critical game against Oakville out in Matlock. We'll talk more about that as the Highclimbers are heading out onto the field. But we'll try and get you some scores in just a moment. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Vehicle collisions are the #1 killer of teens in the U.S., taking 8 young lives every day. And speeding is a factor in more than half of teen fatal car crashes, but we can prevent these tragedies. Talk with your teen about staying safe behind the wheel. Remind them to follow the speed limit and adjust their driving for road conditions. Keep the conversation going and be the driver you want your teen to be. It's not just good parenting, it's a matter of life or death.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Hey, congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Now we're back here at Ingersoll Stadium, waiting for the start of the third quarter. It's a few minutes away. I've taken all this time to try and come up with a score for the North Mason Bulldogs up in Bremerton, and it looks like they're knotted up at the half, 13 all. Yeah, 13 all, 7 points in the first quarter for the Bulldogs, 6 in the second. And the Knights of Bremerton, 13 points in the first quarter, so that's knotted up at 13 up in Bremerton. The Bulldogs, by the way, they'll be playing Clover Park next week, and for their 10th week game. Highclimbers have a game at home a week from tonight against Mount Tahoma. We'll talk more about that in the post game, as we are just a couple of minutes away from the start of the third quarter. Capital leading Shelton 28-3 here at Ingersoll Stadium. And we will be right back with that third quarter in just a moment. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State.
And we're back here at Ingersoll Stadium, waiting for the start of the third quarter. 28-3 is our score. Highclimbers will be receiving the kickoff from the Cougars to start this third quarter. Going to bring in Jerry Apple. He's trying to warm himself up over there on the side. It's getting a little chilly. We'll wait for you to get his headset on. He's trying to tell a story. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Jerry?
I was trying to get a hold of a friend of mine, but I'm not too good at going downstairs yet.
Well, that's understandable. Well, we're ready to see what the second half has in store for both teams here, as the Cougars are going to tee it up at the 40 to kick it to the Highclimbers to start the third quarter. Shelton is trailing by a score, 28-3. Penner's got it teed up. And Mac Deep, Jason Kenyon standing at his 5. Let's see what we have. It has, temperature actually has, I don't know, maybe it's because I stood up instead of sat down, and it's kind of gotten chilly. Dress for the weather, that's what I say. Yep. Anyways, here's a run up and the kick. It's a high end-over-end kick that Cody Hall will take at the 15. Straight up the middle, another big wall there that kind of formed, and he'll get across the 30, it looks like. And the Highclimbers will start about the 33, maybe the 34, depending on where they're spotted. It's another one of those natural walls are forming, Jerry.
Yeah. Well, Cody's had a couple nice returns. So, I mean, I think that one might have been for 10 or 15, but.
Let's see. Yeah, they're going to in the play there at the 33. Took it about the 15, was it, or the 20? 20. So it was a 13-yard return.
Okay.
I'm estimated.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I said, Jerry.
I think you're right. The first one was Cody.
Meyer out of the gun to start the quarter. Man in motion, that's Rhodes. Hand off to him, trying to get around the edge. And he'll cut it up at the 30, and I think he lost a yard on that.
They read that really well.
Maybe. Well, they can give him a yard.
They are going to give him a yard, yep.
Boy. 2nd and 9 coming, ball at the 34. I'm going to say that's a pretty generous spot, but maybe at the end there, Rhodes reached the ball out.
Yeah.
So Meyer will go out of the gun again. 3 receivers far side. You've got John Paul Lester, Colbinson, and I think that's Rhodes. Coots, nope, it's Boren, and Boren kind of leaned forward and drew the flag on that, so unfortunate. So it's going to be a 2nd and 14. Ball back at the 29. Highclimbers need to get to the 43 for the first down. It's like the same formation. Goes Rhodes, Colbinson, and Lester to the far side. Boren to the near side. Out of the gun will go Meyer. Hand off to Ecke. Ecke trying to find some running room around the left side. I think he got a little bit more than 5 on that. Give him, looks like 6 on that carry.
Okay, will do.
It's a 3rd and 8 from the 35. Kutz will return with the play for Meyer. Clock is running. I'm sure the Highclimbers would like to eat some clock on the offensive side of the ball here. Meyer goes out of the gun, 2 receivers on each side. Looks like Colbinson's the slot receiver on this near side, and Rhodes is probably the slot receiver on the far side. Meyer back to pass, looking to the near side, through the middle. Incomplete to Colbinson. Almost had it.
Yeah, it looked like maybe Capel might have got a little deflection.
Very possible. I didn't
had
quite
on
see
that.
it.
That kind of made it a little bit harder.
So it brings up
reception.
4th and 8 from the 35, and De Los Sanchez on to punt it away. Unfortunate for the Highclimbers.
Yeah, it looked like he might have, if it hadn't been for that hand going up from Capitol there, I think he might have had a first down.
I think it's Jackson back waiting for this punt from De Los Sanchez. A low punt, kind of a line drive that hits about the 33, bounces. And actually it wasn't Jackson's number 2, Davina. Davina will let it roll inside the 15 to the 10-yard line. That's where Capitol will start out. A wise decision.
55 yards. Nice punt.
Especially because it was kind of low line drive.
Yeah.
But then they let it bounce. So they're going to spot it at the 11. The 1st and 10 for the Capitol Cougars. Leading this ball game 28-3 with 10:05 to go in the 3rd. And Erickson will go out of the gun. 2 receivers on each side and a back beside him. Man in motion. That's Pinner. Fake to him. Hand it off to Jackson. Jackson bounces off one guy, cuts it up the middle, gets to the 15, and then he's stopped right there.
Gain of about 4.
That's going to be
almost 5.
It might even be 6 depending on the spot.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right, it's 5. I was just going to mention that Samuel Hughes came away with the ball at the end of that play, but they said he was down. So it's going to be 2nd and 5. There was a stoppage of play there. I think there was a Cougar slow in getting up. And he'll have to trot off. That was Davina. He's replaced in the lineup. I think it's number 48. I don't have a 48. I have a 43. Erickson will go out of the gun. He's going to go for, oh boy.
Number 5.
Yeah, that's a new receiver. He caught that. Just out jumped everybody. That was Ryan Guscott with a reception first down up at the 35.
19-yard pass. And that's 11th first down.
He just out jumped the defender, man. That's just one of those things you can't quite see because of the sidelines, and there's a crowd there. But Erickson will go out of the gun. Actually, this is the pistol. He'll hand it off, and straight up the middle. I think that was Nathan Tyler with the carry. Up across the 45 to the 46.
I need a pen or pencil.
Pen or pencil. Check that pencil box. There might be something in there.
Okay, thank you. Yes, there is.
So 1st and 10 for the Cougars at their own 46. Out of the, well, it's more than a pistol for Erickson. 2 receivers far side, 1 on the near side. We've got a false start. As flags go flying. Is that pencil sharp there, Jerry? There's a pencil sharpener.
It'll work. It'll work.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's the one that's got the little nub on it.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, there's a pencil sharpener there if you want to use it. So they're going to give a penalty. Actually, that will go on the Highclimbers, a little offsides, and that puts the ball 1st and 5 at the Shelton 49. Unfortunate. So out of the pistol will go Erickson again. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Handoff up the middle. Goes Tyler again near the 1st down marker. A little short at the 45. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 1.
Gain of 4?
Yep.
And who is the number?
31.
Thank you. I got a little behind there.
It's all right. You had ink problems.
I did.
That's why I have a pencil box full of stuff.
You're a good man.
Of course, they're all in the bag now because I just toss them in. Handoff goes to Tyler and
42 on the tackle.
Hall was in there along with Wyatt Free.
Yes.
A loss of 4 on the play. That'd be 5. A loss of 5 on the play back to the 50. Brings up 3rd down. I'm starting to see why the Capital goes to the air a lot. Their running is not as solid as you would expect. Of course, if you don't have an offense that has a lot of run plays. So again, out of the pistol will go Erickson. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side, and Erickson's going to pass to the near side, and another completion.
Good number.
That's Pinner. Yeah. Pinner to the 31. They, you know, the coverage is there for the Highclimbers. They're in the face of the receivers. The receivers are just out jumping Shelton. So they're actually going to spot it at 32.
18-yard pass play.
Brings up 1st and 10 from the Shelton 32.
And that's the 13th first down for the Capital Cougars.
Out of the gun will go Erickson, man in motion. That's Davina. Davina will hit the handoff on the sweep. End around, try to cut it up the numbers. Does. Gets to the 30 before he's hammered down by number 32, the Highclimbers, Jake Myers. And that's a lot of work for a couple of yards.
Yeah.
So they'll bring up 2nd and 8 from the 30 now.
Davina's number 2?
Yes. Clock is running, 7 minutes and counting. Out of the gun will go Erickson, 2 receivers, 3 receivers on the near side, 1 to the far side, long count. Little play action, he's going to throw. Pinner again. I overshot the camera, but into the end zone. Yeah. Touchdown. Picking up where he left off.
30-yard.
Yep.
30-yard touchdown pass. Guess who?
Yep. And then there was a flag on the play as well as roughing the passer. Decline that one, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
So it's 34-3 now. And Pinner's on to kick a point after. You notice the holder is Erickson. So if it goes awry, the two of them can connect on something else. Taking a lot of time for this extra point.
Yeah.
Snap, spot, kick. 'Tis good. Make it 35-3. 6:48 to go in the third. Capital picking up where they left off at the end of the second quarter. Be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
It's called rubbing it in. I don't know.
Well,
I
true.
quite like that, but
Not too many people do. Oop.
yep.
I'm going to kick that one into the end zone. I was having some issues with my internet connection. So the ball was kicked into the end zone. And the Highclimbers will start out on their own 20. It's 35-3. Been all Capital since the
first quarter.
Yeah, for the end of the first quarter. See what the Highclimbers can dial up. Looks like Meyer's going to go out of the gun. He's got two receivers on each side. It looks like Rhodes is the back beside him. Man in motion is Ecke. Handoff to Rhodes. Extra blocker in there. Rhodes breaks a little bit free. He's up across the 30 to 35. Still on his feet to the near the 40 before he's run out of bounds. Good run for Evan Rhodes. From the 20 to the 40. That's a 20-yard
Yes,
run.
very nice run. And that's the 9th first down for the Highclimbers on a nice 20-yard carry.
Well, it was one of those fake in around, I think is what it was. And the fake to Ecke and handoff to Rhodes, and Ecke became a blocker. Kind of opened things up a little bit at the line of scrimmage. A play I haven't seen much of from the Highclimbers. Meyer will go out of the gun. He'll send three receivers to the far side. It is Kenyon, Colbinson, and I'm assuming that's Johnson out there. I could be wrong. Nope, it's not Johnson. Out wide. Handoff to Johnson, actually in the middle. He'll power his way just short of the 43-yard line. Coots was wide.
Forward, let's see where his forward progress was.
They're going to put him at the 44, looks like. Nope, 43.
Okay.
So 3-yard pickup there.
And
Second
that's the
down.
first carry by Johnson.
Yeah, that's right. I thought it was Johnson earlier in the game, but it ended up being Tankersley, I believe. So the same formation with three to the far side, one to the near side. Out of the gun will go Meyer. Snap, little quick dump off to Bourne. Bourne caught it. He's going to get just 2 yards on that catch. That brings up 3rd down and 5.
Third completed pass by Meyer.
John Paul Lester will run off the field on the far side.
Bringing in a play.
Yeah, Coots is coming in. So Coots and Colbinson will go wide to the far side. Bourne is the single receiver on the near side. Under center will go Meyer. Back is Kenyon. Johnson's offset. Handoff to Kenyon. Kenyon working the left side, gets the first down into Cougar territory. Up near the 45. It's like about a 9-yard, 8-yard pickup.
We'll give him 9 yards.
So 1st and 10 for the Highclimbers. 4:38 at the moment on the clock, 3rd quarter. They'll set the chains and wind her up. Kenyon's going to go out. Rhodes is getting set to come in with that play. I often wonder what goes on in those huddles. You know, what is said or anything at all. So 2 receivers on each side. Out of the gun will go Meyer. Johnson's the back with him. Back to pass goes Meyer, throws it just off the hand of Rhodes, incomplete, 2nd and 10. I'm seeing something out of Meyer, Jerry, that he's doing a lot in this game. He's looking opposite of where he's going to throw. In this case, he was looking to the right, and then he turned and threw to the left. And he's been doing that consistently in this ball game.
Well,
now, I don't know if that's design or is his first read this way, and then he looks.
It just gives him so much valuable experience for next year. Just being able to play the whole game at quarterback.
Oh, fumble.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's recovered by Shelton.
Yeah, I think Meyer just dropped on it right there. Loss of two on the play, so looking 3rd and 12 at the 47. Kind of, though, the way the night has gone for the Highclimbers.
Yeah.
They start to really move the ball, and then something happens, a penalty, some kind of a bobble. Just kind of stops them, and that's the way it's gone. Meyer will go out of the gun. He'll send 3 receivers to the near side. It's Bourne, Colbinson, and Rhodes. Far side, it must be Coots. Back to pass goes Meyer. Meyer on the rollout. He's going to throw down the middle, going long. Got a guy there. It's complete to Bourne. Did he get in? That's the question. He hit the pylon. I don't think he did. I think it's just short. They're going to discuss it. They're going to put it on the 1. That's a big play, though. Anthony Bourne with a very, they took a play out of the Cougars playbook, I think, and just Bourne just out-jumped the defender. And it's 1st and goal from the 1.
$52-yard pass play. Good for another Highclimber first down, 11th first down. And Myers look a little sharper this half on his
Meyer
passes.
under center, out of the eye. Everybody set, and we have something, a whistle on, flag on whom?
Well, you're going to go half the distance.
It's going to go from the 1 to the 1 to the half. So it's 1st and goal, still from the 1, inside the 1 actually.
How do you mark that stat-wise? Just say 1
Get 1 yard.
Yeah, okay.
That's the only way you can do it.
Yeah.
So 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Out of the eye goes Meyer. Pitch to Kenyon. Kenyon
nice
going to dive in for the touchdown. That's very encouraging. So the Highclimbers get a touchdown. Something they haven't had for a while. So it's 35-9 at the moment. De Los Sanchez on to kick the point after. 3:02 to go here, 3rd quarter. Meyer, the holder. Snap, spot, kick.
Yeah.
It's up. It's good. So the Highclimbers get a touchdown. And it's 35-10. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Well, the Highclimbers get a touchdown. 3:02 to go in the 3rd quarter. 35-10 is the score now. De La Sancha on to kick it back to the Cougars. Cougars have pretty much had their way with the Highclimbers tonight. And that score was set up by the beautiful catch by Anthony Bourne to put it at the 1. What did you say, it was 52 yards to set that touchdown up?
Well, we're going to make that the play of the game so far for the Highclimbers.
That's a play of Bourne's season, I think.
Yeah.
They don't throw a whole lot of balls his way.
Yeah.
So here we go with the kickoff. There's a short high kick that Jackson just catches and falls down at the 45. So a little 15-yard pooch kick there, Jerry, and the Cougars will start at their own 45.
Yeah, Cougars don't need any more help.
Well, It might have been a thought to get it kicked to high, and then maybe the Highclimbers would recover it. Kick it in the gap, and, just didn't quite work out.
And it just barely went the 10 yards, right?
Oh, it went 15.
15, okay, because it went for the
40
to the
44.
Yeah. It only has to go 10 yards.
That's right. So out of the pistol will go Erickson. Some shifting on the line as Color moves on to the other side. Little play action and a little flea flicker going. Who's going to pass it? Going to go back to Erickson. He caught it. And out of that, nothing in the end. The pass was actually thrown by Isaiah Walker back to Erickson, and no gain. It's a good idea, though.
Yeah.
Little double flea flicker back, and Highclimbers good defensive hold there. 2nd and 10 from the 45. I think this is when you get to try all those plays. You don't usually get to try these kind of things in game situations. Out of the pistol will go Erickson again. He's got 2 receivers to the far side, nobody to the near side. Man in motion is Jack Collard. Handoff, no play action, back to pass. In trouble, complete. Collard breaks 1 tackle, breaks the 2nd tackle, up the sidelines, gonna score. Look at that. Touchdown.
55-yard touchdown pass.
That was the number 4. A new guy gets in on the action here tonight. Finally something more than number 3. It's been 11-3 all night long, and this was 11-4. $55 yards, you said?
Yes, 55 yards.
Point after coming. Pinner's going to do the kicking. Surprise.
41-10 right now.
Yeah. And the clock will, no, it won't start running. It's only a 31-point deficit. Snap, spot, kick. It's good. Make it 42-10. 2:03 to go, 3rd quarter. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. We'll be right back. This from Ingersoll Stadium.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
.203 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Capital 42, Shelton 10. You can't, at this point in the ball game, if you're Shelton, you really don't want to trade touchdowns with Capital, or anybody for that matter. As Pinner will tee it up at the 40. The most points the Highclimbers have scored in this season is 14 in a game, Jerry.
That was against North Mason?
It was actually Yelm. They had 14, and then they had 14 against somebody else.
12 against North Mason.
Right. There's a run up and a boot, deep. It's going to be taken at about the 5. And Kenyon.
Still going.
Is it Kenyon on the carry or the return?
Yep,
it is all the way up near the 40s. That's about a 35-yard return. Took it about the 5?
You said he took it at the 5, huh?
5 or 10. I
thought it was the 10.
It might have been the 10, so up to the 40. It's a 27-yard return. Okay. They're going to spot the ball at the 37.
Nice return, nice return.
Yeah, it's that natural wall that kind of is developing on these returns. Meyer will go out of the gun. He has 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Looks like Ecke's back there with him in the backfield. Hand it off to Ecke. Ecke trying to find some running room.
Oh,
ball came out again. And the Cougars say they have it. It's a capital ball. 2 turnovers lost by the Highclimbers. Or 2 fumbles lost by the Highclimbers.
That was 2 fumbles, yes.
Yeah, 2 fumbles lost. It's the 3rd fumble of the ball game. And the Cougars get the ball in good field position at the 39. That's where they're going to spot it. Nope, they're going to spot it at the 40. Now, let's see, what do we have here? We have a timeout by Shelton. They want to talk things over. Well, step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you're interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday, you can watch the Shelton City Commission. These live broadcasts air at 6 p.m. on the first and third Monday of each month and at 2 p.m. on the other Mondays. However, you can watch the City Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Well, another turnover by the Highclimbers. And the Capital Cougars are back in business, leading 42-10, 1:44 to go, third quarter. You still have the same crew out there. Yep, Erickson's out there at the quarterback spot. He's out of the pistol. He'll hand it off. That's probably Tyler running there. Nope, it's Jackson. Jackson dances his way inside the 40 to the 39. A lot of dancing to get a yard, Jerry.
Yeah.
Clock is running.
I don't even know if he got a yard.
Yeah, he got a yard.
Yeah, he did. I see the mark. I see the marker now. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if dancing is more like hopping, but, you know, for somebody who can't dance, that's dancing. The pistol again for Erickson. He's got two receivers, far side, one to the near side. Handoff to Jackson again, trying to find his way around the right side that time. He lost yardage. Well, it looks like he lost 2. Now, one guy says 2, one near guy says about a yard and a half, but they're going to mark it at 41.
Well,
so it'll be third and 11.
Yeah. But
yeah, loss of 2.
Do you think they're just going to keep it on the ground now?
I would hope so, at least for the rest of this quarter. It's only 36 seconds.
And then bring in their...
I don't know. A little play action. We're all wrong. He's going to go long, incomplete. Good defense. Pinner, I believe, was the intended target, and he's slow getting up. Kind of got sandwiched between a couple of defenders there. Looked like they were triple teaming him. So it brings up 4th down.
That broke the streak of 8 completed passes by Erickson. He had previously thrown 8 completed passes.
So it's 4th down and 11 from the 41, and Erickson's going to go out of the gun with 3 receivers on the near side and 1 on the far side. It's like Jackson's the back. He'll fake to him and he'll throw in the middle. He's got a wide open guy, number 2. He's going to sprint inside the 20 to the 15, and that's Davina on the catch, number 2. First down.
6 yards.
Wow. And he stopped at the 15-yard line.
And that's a 14th first down for Capital.
So 1st and 10. That was a 4th and 11. I thought for sure that they wouldn't. They turn the ball over on downs on that one. I'm all wrong here.
Not very often.
It doesn't look that way. So Erickson will go out of the pistol again. It's a receiver on each side. A back in front of him, a back behind him. Hand it off to Jackson. Jackson trying to find some room around the right side. I don't think he got anything.
Yeah, they sacked him up.
So it's 2nd and 10. And what do we have, a timeout? No, the end of the quarter. I got to pay attention. So we head to the 4th, 42-10, Capital on top. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
That's my neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe, I think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging.
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right? Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
Is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy. I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Second down and 10 from the 15-yard line. That's what the Capital Cougars have. That's the 15 of Shelton. They lead 42-10 here at Ingersoll Stadium. I'm Dietrich Allen. That guy over there, he's Jerry Apple. Keeping stats as he's done for most of the season for us. He's got other responsibilities in football on a Friday night. We appreciate him being here.
But I enjoy being here, yes.
Well, we enjoy you coming out for this game.
Yeah.
So we got 12 minutes to go in the ball game. Cougars looking to punch it in again, as they do lead by 32. Erickson will go out of the pistol. Two receivers on each side. Pinner's in motion. He'll take the little faked handoff, then they'll throw it towards the end zone. Far side. Good defense. Evan Rhodes knocked it away.
Good defense.
A little bit out of reach for the receiver, but still good defense on Rhodes. And that brings up 3rd and 10 from the 15. On the air here, folks. Always has to be somebody. Just a Shelton fan. It's all right. I won't tell them their name. Pass for Erickson, throws to the end zone. It's incomplete. And Davina wanted a flag on that. Is not going to get it. Brings up 4th and 10 from the 15. I'm sorry, I was distracted by people looking for power. They want to plug in. There's your phone's dead, folks. I'm sorry. Always has to be somebody, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna 4th down 10 from the 15 for the Cougars. Gonna go for it. Everybody shifts out. Out of the pistol will go Erickson. He'll pitch it. And it's going to be a pass back to Erickson, and double pass going for the end zone. Incomplete.
And
I was shocked there wasn't a flag on that.
I thought there was there. I saw a push-off on that.
Yeah, but I think it was on the scramble, so that's you can contact the guy if it's not in the pocket. I think that's the rule. Doesn't matter. The game is a little out of hand anyways.
Well, I know that you can contact a player the first 5 yards.
Right. But
after that, I didn't.
In essence, that would have been a running play.
Yeah.
So I think the secondary has a little bit more free reign to make contact. That's, I'm assuming. But the ball goes over on downs. The Highclimbers take over on their own 15-yard line. 11:36 to go, 4th quarter. They trail 42-10. Meyer back to pass out of the gun. On the rollout now. Looking. He's going to pull it down and run. He's going to cut it up to the 20, 25, 30, 35, now 40, 45, 50 to the 45 in Cougar territory. That's a scramble run of what?
45 yards.
45 yards. Good run by Trevor Meyer. Pass play that was well covered.
Let's see where they mark it, though.
They're going to mark it at the 42.
43 yards.
Good big chunk of yards there on a run for Trevor Meyer. He's got to be a little gassed.
Well, that's the longest run for us tonight, 43 yards.
Meyer will send 3 receivers out to the far side, 1 to the near side. That's Lester. Out of the gun he'll go. Oh, boy.
Yeah. In the neutral zone?
No.
I don't think there was any contact.
No, it's a false start. Rhodes was moving backwards.
Oh, okay.
And unfortunately,
okay, I didn't see that. Okay.
Carter Barnes is in there, and he went off the Rhodes movement. I'm not really sure what it was. We shouldn't identify these guys, but that's what happened. They were on the far side, Jerry.
Oh.
No, I guess they did say there was.
He was a neutral zone.
It was a neutral zone infraction. Okay,
Right.
I'm all wrong. So I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay. I'll forgive you.
No,
it might be a
now
while.
what are we?
But
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What? What?
They're talking things over.
Hey, don't talk things over. I want to be right for once.
Zoom in and see what's going on here. It's a false start. Oh boy. Jeez.
No way.
I think the referees forget who had the ball.
They were trying to make me look good.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay.
I still think there was an infraction the other way.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's now first and the
So whoever
15
makes the first move,
from the 47. Same formation, out of the gun. Will go Meyer. Low snap, ball's free.
Ooh.
Ball's still free. Cougars get it.
Well,
that's the third fumble loss.
Fumble, yes.
Boy, see, didn't I say it? The Highclimbers start momentum and then something happens.
Yeah.
And they just kind of fall apart.
And a real shame because what a beautiful run
Yeah.
there. 43-yard run by Meyer. Wow.
So the Cougars are going to take over with 11:15 to go in the ball game. They're at the Highclimber 45 with a 1st and 10. Erickson's going to come out. Gallard wide to the far side. Looks like Pinner to the near side. Handoff goes to number 31. That's Tyler. Tyler rumbles his way for 11 yards, maybe even 12. First down either way. Oh, it's going to be 11.
15th first down for Capital.
And just rolling them.
And who was the carry?
31.
31. Thank you.
It's like the same formation out of the pistol. Go Erickson, claps his hands, hands it off. There goes Tyler again, up to the 30, or 29 actually, and that'll be a 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5.
Tackled by Cedar Tankersley and Jake Myers.
10:35 and counting in the ball game. Capital took control of this game in the second quarter and has never looked back. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side, out of the pistol, handoff. Again to Tyler. Tyler will get another 5-6 yards. Very close to first down.
Yep. And Tyler has become the leading rusher this half for the Capital Cougars, and that is good for another first down, 16th first down.
They'll spot the ball at the 23-yard line, 1st and 10. All right. Okay, I'm sorry, folks. We appear to have lost signal there for a while. And in that time, I'm not sure when we last
The
lost.
last play, Diedrich, was a 29-yard carry by Jason Kenyon. Good for another Highclimber first down, their 12th of the game.
All right, well, if we didn't know, it's 49-10. Meyer's going to throw deep and incomplete overthrew intended target there. Evan Rhodes, the intended target, incomplete. As I was trying to say, I'm not sure when we lost signal and lost everybody, but the Capital Cougars punched it in, and they're up 49-10. The Highclimbers.
Yeah, we lost it right after the touchdown.
I don't know if it was after or before. Well, I noticed it after, and we apologize. This is what happens when you go to get away from home and you don't have that reliable service. Thank you, Verizon. Yeah. Out of the gun, it's 2nd down and 10 from the Capital 41. Quick little dump off, that's to Anthony Bourne. Bourne jukes and jives and gets to the 34-yard line, it looks like.
Looks like a gain of about 8 on the play.
Oh, they're going to spot it at the 33. Brings up 3rd and a couple.
Okay.
It's one of the things that we were going to have to work out. I don't know if I lost signal altogether or what.
Well, I know it's very frustrating for you.
Yeah. Out of the gun again. Handoff to Max Johnson. He's going to power his way. Boy, he's just banging bodies. I think he got the first down. Very close.
He did too. I think he did.
Just between the 30 and the 31.
Let's see where they spotted it. And yes.
First down.
Yep.
First down.
So that'll be the 13th first down. And that's the second carry by Max Johnson.
So 1st and 10 from the 31 are the Highclimbers. Out of the gun, 2 receivers on each side for Meyer. Man in motion. Colbinson, he'll take the handoff, running right at you. Gonna cut it up the field, up the numbers. Gonna get inside near the 10-yard line, 15-yard line, excuse me. And Colbinson's slow in getting up. Looking at that, grabbing that leg. Uh-oh. Spot the ball at the 15-yard line, and Travis is not getting up.
Not responding, unfortunately.
Well, he's moving around. It's just something to do with his leg. Yeah. Coach Hinkle's on his way out there as well. He's definitely took a shot there. I think he just took a knee to the thigh. That hurts.
But
he's up.
He's walking off. He's basically walking off on his own accord, a little bit of limping.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he took a knee right into that thigh. That hurts, Jerry.
Yeah.
It's just it's bad. It's a 1st and 10 from the 15 now for the Highclimbers.
Gain of about 15 on that play.
Well, it started at 31, so
yeah.
16.
16, that's right.
Give an extra yard.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Jerry.
I know. My math.
Your math, my perfection. Whatever. Yeah, I know. Frustrate Jerry. Let's not frustrate Jerry. All right, 1st and 10 from the 15 for the Highclimbers. Meyer out of the gun. 2 receivers on the far side, 2 on the near side. Rhodes is the back beside him. Man in motion is Johnson. Hand off to Rhodes. Rhodes getting around the outside. He's going to sneak into the end zone for a touchdown.
15-yard touchdown run.
Evan Rhodes gives the Highclimbers 16 points, the most points they have scored in a ball game. .6:19 to go in the ball game. Point after coming.
And your number 41?
Yeah, Del Sancho on to kick the point after. Snap, spot, kick. Looks good from here, is it? It is.
Yes, it is.
Make it 49-16, 6:19 to go in the ball game. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, but not necessarily tonight.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Back at Ingersoll Stadium. 6:19 to go in the ball game. 49 for Capital. Shelton just made it 17, the most points they've scored in a game this season by 3 points.
A nice run by Evan Rhodes.
Yeah, Evan Rhodes gets
15 yards.
I think that's his first touchdown on the season.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I haven't seen all the games.
No, I don't remember well, Amy, he might have had a sneak from 1 yard out in one of the games. I'm trying to remember back. Del Sanchez is teeing it up at the 40. Kick it back to the Cougars. I apologize for any of our technical problems. It looks like I've got most to be back. Del Sanchez waiting to do the run up at the kick. Going to boot this one deep. going to go in the end zone.
Wow.
Boy, I think that's only his second time he's done that this season.
Yeah, 60 yards.
Yeah.
Pretty darn good.
Good boot.
Very.
And on the flip side of that, I think Capital was expecting an onside kick try there.
Yeah.
Not really worried about booting it deep. Oh, I had a lot of messages. You're off the air. Well, we're back. Refresh your screen, everybody. All right, so it's 1st and 10 for Capital at their own 20-yard line. High snap, handoff though. Gonna fight his way for 5. I'm thinking that's Tyler, but I'm not sure. Actually, it looks like 21.
Number 21?
I think it's Billy Zimmerman.
He's a new ball carrier. Gain of 5.
Tyler's back in there. It's not Erickson at the quarterback position. Yeah, it's actually number 16, Clayton Grady, is the QB. I thought it was 31, but I guess it was 30. Josh Mayava on that carry. No real gain there. 3rd and 5 coming. 25. Got used to the Erickson Pinner show.
Yeah, Josh's dad used to be a policeman in Shelton, and now is a policeman in Olympia.
Is he?
Yeah.
Little pitch this time. Nice tackle. Mayava again with the carry, but it brings up 4th down off the pitch. Manu with the tackle there. And it looks like a punting situation. Pinner on there to boot it to the Highclimbers. And trotting back to receive the kick, Charlie Hurt, number 15. So snap and the kick, a little pressure, high
close.
kick.
Almost blocked.
Hurt's gonna take and get creamed. I think he kept it.
Okay, good.
I think he kept it. He should have called a fair catch on that one. And the Highclimbers will start out on their own 38-yard line with 4:17 to go in the ball game, trailing 49-17.
We got some pretty good pressure on that too.
Yep.
The Shelton did. Almost blocked. Nice high boot though.
So let's see who's going to come out at QB for the Highclimbers. Like it's going to be Luke McPhee.
Yes.
Now we have a timeout on the field by Capital, so we'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
First and 10 for the Highclimbers on their own 38-yard line. 4:17 to go in the ball game. Capital in control. Shelton has scored the most points they have in a ball game of 17. So that's encouraging.
Yeah.
That you're going to hit the end zone a couple of times in a game and a field goal. Yeah, 27-yard field goal. So that's all encouraging. Luke McPhee will come on to run the show here. You've got Charlie Hurt at the tail of the I. Try to give you some names as we get through this. Out of the I, under center is McPhee. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Snap is fumbled and picked up by one of the linemen, I think.
Yep.
Number
63.
I guess it went over to the Cougars. Another fumbled loss.
That's the third one. Fourth one. Wow.
Billy Zimmerman apparently picked that up.
Yeah, I thought one of our linemen.
It looked like it to me too, but obviously not. So 1st and 10 for the Cougars on the Highclimber 40. And Grady will hand it off. And that play was almost blown up.
Tackle by number 46.
Was a flag at the end of the play. 46 is Trenton Hughes. And I believe Samuel Hughes is the one that almost blew the thing up in the backfield, but there's a flag at the end of the play. And it's going to go against the Highclimbers.
Yeah, we haven't had very many penalties this half.
The face mask, the 5-yard face mask on that. Brings up second down and 10. Or 2nd and 2, excuse me, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 2 from the 32. Another stoppage play, under 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Some young kids getting some time, or younger players, some time on the field in a game situation. Grady out of the pistol, handed off. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's Ben Collins for 18 running.
A loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, a loss of a couple. It's up second or third down. Should be third down. Third down and 3. Yeah, it was number 13 with the carry, wasn't it? I don't have a 13 on my roster either. Should be 3rd and 2. Handoff again. And not anything there, maybe a yard. So it's 33. Nope, don't have a 33 on my roster either. So now it's 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 3 from the 33. High snap, handled well, handoff by to 24. That's Teagan, Ralph Teagan. He comes up short.
45
on the tackle was Trenton Hughes. I'm sorry, 45. You said Samuel Hughes.
Samuel Hughes, yeah.
So it brings up 4th and 4 from the 34. See, is that an 18 or a 16 on the quarterback? Hard to see. Those numbers are a little difficult. Handoff. And coming up just about a yard short. Again was Ralph Teagan.
It looks like 16.
It's 16?
I think so.
If it's 16, it's Clayton Grady. If it's 18, it's Ben Collins. Doesn't matter. It's over on downs, and the Highclimbers get the ball back. 2:15 to go in the ball game. And Shelton had the ball on their own 31-yard line. Got some guys scrambling in and out. New territory for a lot of these young men. It's not McPhee, it's number 5. Devontae Fuller is the quarterback. He'll hand it off. And that is 20, that's Joshua.
26?
Yeah, Josiah Oels on the carry. He got 4. Brings up 2nd and 6 from the 35. Clock is running, approaching 1:50 to go in the game. Fuller's a freshman.
Looks like it's on Capitol. We'll see.
Yeah, Fuller is a freshman. He is 6'2", 150. This is a big shocker for him, I'm sure. I didn't think he was expecting to play tonight, but that puts 5 yards in the penalty and brings up a 2nd and 1. Ball's just between the 40 and the 41. They need to get across the 41 for the first down. Fuller will go under center, send a receiver to the far side and out of the eye. 2 on the near side. Pitch to 20, is it 26 again?
It's either 26 or 25.
I think it's Monet, Dom Monet on the carry. It was 25. So it brings up 3rd down. He lost a couple on that. Ball's back at the 38. Minute 10 and running on the clock. So 3rd and 3, Jerry. Fuller will go under center, 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Back pass, throwing it incomplete.
Intended for 83?
83, Danny Mendola Lopez intended target there. Another freshman. 5'10", 142. 4th down coming, 4th and 3, 46.4 seconds to go in the ball game. Liam Hummel will go wide to the far side, out of the eye, and off to the big boy at the end, and he comes up short. 45 on the carry, and that's Samuel Hughes. And over on downs, the ball goes back to Capital, and they'll take over on Shelton 39. So this ball hasn't really moved very far in the last few plays on either side. But that's what happens when you get some young guys out there getting some playing time. .38 seconds to go in the ball game. I think that's an 18. Jerry, I think it's an 8.
Okay.
So it's going to be
the quarterback.
Yeah, the quarterback for Capital. So it's Ben Collins. And Capital will have to burn a timeout. So we'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. We'll be right back.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday you can watch the Shelton City Commission, while you can catch the Mason County Commission every Tuesday. These are live broadcasts, but you can also watch them online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, your source for local information.
.38 seconds to go in this ball game. 49-17 is our score. Capital with the lead in the ball with a 1st and 10 on the Shelton 39. It looks like it's a victory formation for the Cougars. And as the young guys come in and out, there's always somebody who didn't know he was supposed to be out there. So I take the knee. It's actually going to be Erickson back out there to take the knee. He took the snap, took 2 yards, stepped backwards, and took the knee. So they'll probably run this clock out. I don't think they'll have to do another play. Nope, they're not going to have to. They're not going to have to run one. So 49-17 is going to be the final here, with Capital improving. Coming away with a win on senior night. Wait for the 000s to go up on the clock, and there it is. That is the ball game. Capital Cougars knock off the Shelton Highclimbers 49-17. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
And we're back at Ingersoll Stadium. Final score, Capital 49, Shelton 17. Jerry, you need, how much more time do you think you need here?
About 3 minutes.
About 3 minutes? Boy, you're putting a lot of pressure on me to fill 3 minutes. Okay. All right, so that's the final here. And we will come back in just a couple of minutes. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
You've seen the sign, keep right except to pass, but did you know it's the law? Camping out in the left lane makes you a slow-moving safety hazard. Moving to the right improves emergency response time and helps reduce collisions and traffic jams. Allowing faster-moving traffic to pass is always the best choice. Use the left lane to pass slower-moving or merging traffic, then return to your lane. Remember, keep right except to pass.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
All right, we are back. Good. Final score, 49-17. Capital Cougars knock off the Shelton Highclimbers at Ingersoll Stadium tonight. Jerry Apple.
Yeah, well, Diedrich, Shelton High School had 15 first downs. As far as the passing, Shelton did step up a little bit better in the second half on their passing game. Anthony Boren had a 52-yard reception, which when we look at the totals, Shelton completed 5 passes out of 18 attempts. And they had a total of 93 yards in the air. Shelton had a total of about 200 yards on the ground. So we're looking at, between 290 and 300 yards total. That doesn't seem right, but Shelton did step it up in the second half in the passing game, and they completed 5 of 18. And Bourne, I think, Anthony Bourne catching that 52-yard pass. I think that was the play of the game. As far as Shelton is concerned, they led at the end of the first quarter 3-0 on a 27-yard field goal. Also, Kenyon got a 1-yard touchdown run, and Evan Rhodes had a 15-yard touchdown run. So they had a total, I think, of 16 points.
17.
Right? Huh?
17.
17.
Well,
so
total of 17, yeah.
Yeah, that was their high. Like you said, that was the most points they've scored this half.
Or this season in one game.
Yeah, for this season, that's the most they've gained. So good. That's promising.
Yep.
Capital had 16 first downs. They had a total, they had 339 yards in the air. 13 for 22. 13 for 22 in the passing game.
Yeah.
The thing that hurt Shelton, of course, besides the penalties, was the 4 turnovers.
Right.
All fumbles, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And the first 4 touchdowns for Capital were from Erickson to Pinner.
Right.
Pinner's a real deal, number 3.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Very fast, very tall. But we had a 55-yard touchdown pass to number 4.
Right.
And then Tyler, who did most of the carrying, most of the rushing for Capital in the second half, had a 14-yard touchdown run. The other thing that's interesting, Pinner was also the point after attempt and kicker.
Yeah, the kicker.
And he had an excellent night. I mean, he was, I believe, 7 for 7 on his point after attempts.
Yeah, he was perfect. He's a very complete player, I think.
Now, we did have 1 turnover by the Cougars, and that was an interception by Rhodes.
Yes.
So the only thing that I'm not real clear on is the total yards for the Highclimbers in the ground. I need to go back and check those figures.
Okay. Well, there's definitely some positives to take away from this game for the Highclimbers. Getting the end zone twice, the 27-yard field goal by De La Sancha. He hasn't done a lot of kicking in those situations. So there's a lot of positives to come away. The combination of Meyer working as quarterback and Rhodes as a running back or a flanker, that's been working well. They just haven't been able to develop it. It's this late season change, and they're starting to get there. So we got one more game to play, Jerry, next week at home.
Now, Mount Tahoma, they were in our league, a couple of years ago?
Yeah, they were part of the Narrows League.
Yeah.
Right, and let's see here. I think that they are 2-6 going into tonight's play.
Okay.
I believe. I have to double check that.
No, it's a crossover game.
Yeah, it's a crossover game. So, is that all you have for us?
I think so.
Okay,
yeah.
well, next week, Shelton returns home to wrap up the season against Mount Tahoma. We'll have that game here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Broadcast will begin kickoff about 7 o'clock. Pregame.
And I'd like to just say one thing. I've enjoyed working with Diedrich this year. I mean, it's nice to be able to come to a game and announce it and be able to laugh and joke a little bit and not be taken too seriously.
No.
And next week, unfortunately, I will not be able to be here to help Diedrich. I wish the Highclimbers a lot of luck. I think they've made some darn good improvement, and attitude is good.
Yeah, staying with it.
Next week I'll be in Yakima at a prevention summit with some of my SAD Club students.
Okay.
That's always fun.
All right. So Capital, by the way, they're going to take on Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Highclimbers played Wilson last game of the year last year.
Right.
As for other Mason County schools, North Mason currently at Bremerton. At halftime, they were tied up at 13. They will take on Clover Park in the Bulldogs' final game of the season next week. Location not yet known.
Are they in the playoffs at all?
No.
I don't think so. Okay.
Marion Knight, though, they host Oakville tomorrow. Now, that's a critical game because the Owls are tied with the Acorns for second place in their league.
Oh.
So that's a critical game. It's also homecoming for the Owls and senior night, or senior afternoon, because they play at 1 o'clock. If you want to get out there to Matlock, it's 1 o'clock for the kickoff. It's always fun to head out to Matlock.
And who is a young...
Capital 49, Shelton 17.